Hello friends, it's about 10 days that I am trying to design a workflow for my inpaintings. The first version is ready. I had many problems and I have tested many different solutions. In this video, I want to share all my experience step by step. But before that, let me explain something to you. Here, the image that you can see, the dimension of this image is 3000 pixel in 3000 pixel, totally about 9 megapixel. And you can see here, you can see that I can do inpainting on a huge image with acceptable quality, and it's possible now because previously I had a problem with inpainting. The main problem was about the latent size, and every time that I decided to do inpainting on huge image, I had many different problems. So let's see that how did I solve this problem. Before going to the details, I want to do a fast review. Here in this part, I am loading the checkpoint and my LoRa models. Here, this is my IP adapter. Okay. And here there is a switch that I can switch between the normal checkpoint or combine that with IP adapter. Here in this part I am loading my image, and by clip space I am trying to define the inpainting area. And after that, this node is very important. It can help me to define a region for my masked area based on a specific dimension. The name is ComfyUI Art Venture, but you should install this extension from another branch to see these dimensions here. Here, there are some different nodes that can help me to remove the object from the scene, okay, or sometime blurring them. I will explain to you, but only I am getting one output from this area. And again, I am selecting the output from this box. After that, I'm using the focus in Paint. For using the focus in Paint, you should install the ComfyUI in Paint nodes. This is another extension. And actually, this is the main part of my workflow. And also, you should download some models. I will place all the links and explain in the video. Okay, and this is doing the inpainting for me. Here, this is my sampler, and I can select, you can see, for example, here there is a 4-number batch, and from here I can select one of them. This is my upscaling method. Okay, and after that there are some parts that sometimes I can turn them on or turn them off. And finally, here I can mix the result with the original image. So totally, this is the workflow. I am getting the image, define a crop, define a mask area, it will be crop, and I'm doing the process, scaling up, and after that I will mix the result with original image. It's all. Now I am trying to explain details and important parts. Let's start with the first area, loading the checkpoint. For using the STXL prompt styler, you should connect the output to a clip text encode node. And normally when you are creating a clip text encode, it doesn't have any input and only you can write the text. So right click on that and click on convert text to input. After that, you can connect the output of the STXL prompt styler to your clip text encode. Okay. Here I'm loading it my STXL, and after that I'm using the LoRa loader model only for loading the STXL lightning. You can use 4-step, 2-step, or 8-step, different models. I will place the link for download. It can help me to do the calculation faster. After that, I am using the FreeU V2 and self-attention guidance. About the free UV2, it's very important to use exactly these numbers for when you are using STXL, because for example, these numbers will be different for ST1.5 or other checkpoints. To keep my workflow simple and clean, I am using two basic pip from Impact Pack extension for transferring my checkpoint data. In this area, I am loading my IP adapter. This node is extremely helpful for me. IP adapter model helper that is coming from Inspire Pack. You can see here there is a preset and you can select different preset. After that, it will automatically load the Clip Vision model and IP adapter model, and you can send them to the IP adapter node and your Clip Vision encode model. Using this node, prepare image for Clip Vision is very important before sending your image for encoding. Clip Vision can analyze and understand what is our input image. Okay, so this Clip Vision is very important. But also there is a limitation for the Clip Vision models because they cannot accept larger image than 224 in 224 pixel. Okay, so this is the maximum size that the Clip Vision can accept as input. So preparing image for Clip Vision is very important, and this node can do that for you. In this example, you can see that this image is very large and rectangular, and when it's going into this node, we can adjust the crop position. And for example, if I select the top, after that it will keep only top part of the image. And this is the area that your computer can understand from that image. So if your image is rectangular, adjusting the crop position also is very important. Here I am loading my image with a simple load image node. Right click and select open in mask editor. Now you can select the area that you want to do the inpainting. Okay, in mask editor, with left click you can define the area, with right click you can erase that, with pressing the Ctrl and scroll you can zoom in, and pressing the Ctrl and left click you can drag on the picture. And when you're pressing save to node, you can save your changes on the image. You should connect the image to the image and mask to the mask. This node is coming from ComfyUI Adventure extension, but originally you can't see and adjust these to size. To do that, you should install this extension from another branch, and I will place the link in the description. And what it can do for you. Now I want to add some preview from the output, and after that we can understand that what is it doing. Mask preview, and for overlay preview image, and Q prompt. Okay, you can see that from overlay image, again we can get the original image. From Inpaint mask, we are getting a mask but with a crop region, and from Inpaint image, we can get the image but in crop region. So these are the informations that it can send for us. And the information that are stored in the crop region can only send to a specific node from this extension. It's very important to check this option, Inpaint mask true. Okay, and if you turned it off and cue the prompt, you can see that the image that is coming out doesn't have any crop region. Another node that you can see in this group is CR data bus in. It's coming from ComfyUI Studio, and with this node you can create pipe from any input. In this area, I have several nodes that can help me to remove the object from image. Here you can see that I have marked the girl and the lion on the image, and these are different results for removing them from the image. Most of these nodes are coming from ComfyUI Inpaint nodes extension. And to get more information about these nodes, it's better to check the GitHub page, and you can find many useful information. The only nodes that is different from other is Llama Inpainting Mixlab. That is coming from ComfyUI Mixlab nodes. Also, I know that there are some different Llama Inpainting nodes from different extensions. And also this node can provide some good quality for you. Before starting the remove process, you should add these nodes. Okay, carefully pay attention to the input and to the output of these nodes. It's very important because you cannot send directly the image that is coming out from this node. I don't know what is the reason, but you should do this process. It's based on my experience for feeding the image into the erasing models. And also you can see that I have resized the image by half before processing, because it can save your memory, and also the image that is coming out from these nodes is going to the case sampler. So if you want to save your memory, you should do that. Before sending the image to the case sampler, I have added another upscale image node, and with this way I can make sure that the output image will be same size as the half-sized image. What is the reason? Some of these nodes are making some changes in the resolution about 1 or 2 pixels, and it's very dangerous for us, because when we want to work with inpainting solutions, all the time we have to stay at the same resolution. In this area, I have added a switch from ComfyRoll Studio to switch between the models. So in this case, I can switch between the IP adapter or my original prompt. Also in the upper part, you can see edit basic pip from Impact, and it can help me to edit my basic pipe. It's very important because you can see the model is connecting to that, and it's coming from basic pipe. So here I can change the model in my pipe. This area is heart of the workflow because I have loaded my Inpaint model. They are coming from ComfyUI Inpaint node. The first node is VAE encode and Inpaint conditioning. Please pay attention to the pipes. And another node is applying focus Inpaint. The model should connect here, and after that it should connect to the case sampler. And it needs a patch. Okay, and here you, for the head, always you should select the Inpaint head model, Inpaint head, and for the patch you can select 3 different model: Inpaint V26, Inpaint Focus, or Focus Llama. But all the time I get the best result with this patch. To download these models, go to the GitHub page of the ComfyUI Inpaint node, scroll, and after that you can download the models from this link, and you should place the downloaded files in this folder. By adding this node, repeat latent batch, between your VAE and your sampler, you can add some latent batch. For example, here you can see that I get 3 different results for my inpainting. Here in the sampler, I have used a normal case sampler, but if you want to use STXL lightning as LoRa, you should set your scheduler to SGM uniform. Try to keep your CFG as low as possible, and the step count with about 12 or maybe 16 can work, because we are using Inpaint and also sometimes IP adapter, so we need more steps. After that, I have to use this node, remove noise mask. It's coming from Impact Pack. I should add the latent output to this node, and after that I have added another node with the name of Impact Pack Preview Bridge, and it can help me to check the latent very fast. It is not using any VAE, and it's just using a preview method. Finally, here I have added a node latent from batch, and with this node I can select what latent should be sent for upscaling. For example, the 0, 1, 2. Okay, the number is starting from 0. For doing the upscale, I am using Ultimate SD Upscale, and here you can see I have added a VAE decode, and after that I sent the selected latent as an image to the Ultimate SD. And here I have another node from basic pip, and this pip is coming from some different way, because I figure out that using self-attention guidance for upscaling cannot work fine for me, and I decided only use the FreeU and my LoRa SDXL lightning. So here, this is the basic pip that is going to the upscaler, and for my upscaler model I'm using this model. Pay attention to the numbers. The step is about 8, the CFG is 1, sampler is Euler, and scheduler is SGM uniform. My denoise is set to about 0.3, and for the mode type I have selected the chest because I get better results. And finally, the amount of mask blur and tile padding are set to 64 and 128. These settings can work fine for me and is useful. Now here you can see the output of the upscaler. Let me open that in the new tab, and exactly the output image is 2048 in 2048. So now we have image with this size, and we should combine the result with the original image. Okay, and here this node can help me to do this combination. Now I want to explain how it's working. Okay, this is a CR data bus that I told you at the first of the video, and exactly it's coming from this node. Okay, so number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they are coming here. So now here, the image that is coming out from this node is my upscaled image. This node is original image. Let me add preview image node. And this was the information about the crop area or crop region. And let me cue my prompt so you can see and figure out. Okay, this was my original image with my masked area, and this was my inpainted model. So this node is merging this image in the correct position and the same mask as our original input and making the final composition. So this is the reason that you can save your memory during working on large image for Inpainting. In this workflow, I have added another part for fine-tuning the mask for composition, and let me show you when you can use that. Before that, let me explain something. For the upscale, I have increased the CFG amount, so you can see it is creating the image with completely different colors. And when I am combining the result, easily you can see a border between your inpainted area and your previous image. Now I want to show you how you can fine-tune and edit the mask for this composition. Here I am using the preview bridge node that is coming from Impact. It's very important. You should exactly use this node because you can draw your mask directly on the preview image. But before that, let me unmute these nodes. Okay. And also unmute my preview image. Okay. So at first, I can right click on the image, open in SAM detector. Let me clear that. Okay. You can click on your subject and press detect. Okay, it can detect your object, but inside of the object is not detected, but no problem. Click save on node. After again, open in mask editor. After that, you can paint the undetected part, and for example, add the shadow area. Okay, and click on save to node. So now we have the mask. You can see that I am using a grow mask with 1 pixel and mask blur with 1 pixel. And after that, I splitted the image with alpha and sent the image to the switch, and also I sent the mask to the switch. And for this switch, we have selected the number 1. Okay, and this is the preview image that is coming from our original area, exactly here. Okay, in painted image. This preview image is coming from here, and now I am using the image composition, image composite mask. So it needs 3 input: destination, source, that is this image, and mask that is coming from the mask blur. And when I am cue the prompt, okay, you can see that this fountain is mixed with this image because it was our original image. And finally, if we want to see this image in our final composition, just I have to select the second input and execute my prompt. Okay, and you can see that exactly it's working based on the masked area. Here there is another step for fine-tuning the mask and make better alpha mate for you. Let me first switch the index on the number 2 and active these nodes. It's all, and again cue prompt. It's trying to process your mask, and for example here you can see that we have some smooth mask and in this area, and in final result sometimes you can get a better result. It's working very great with some object like hair and fur. So it was my workflow for doing inpainting on high resolution image. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. If you want, you can download the workflow from my Patreon. Also, I have placed a complete version of my ComfyUI with all checkpoints and setting. It's about 98 gigabytes. You can download that and exactly run this workflow.